Who's got the rocket launcher? I say we blow it up. Now fire that thing.
It's for the city of sports, playing with a giant Nick. With my man S. God.
That's him.
You feel the vibe?
That's me.
We going live.
That's us.
That like button shared, you been subscribed.
Stadium.
That MetLife, Big Blue, home of the Braves.
Yeah.
That Turnpike, you can see that's where the game's played. NFL one day, then it's the NBA. Madison Square Garden, that's where the Knicks play. This that NY Logan, no it don't get broken. Legalize, mean this shit smoking. I'm on topic, dropping another episode. The game winner, trade, maybe a field goal. Everybody right now doing the wave. You tune in the show called TheMan-Cave. I see the chat, they always doing their thing. Big views, 85 inch screen. The game's on, you rush and bleed. Remain calm, you on the road and chill. Do the watch along. The show's on, the host, you know it's S-God. It's no telling the panel filled with guest stars. You now rocking with the voice, you know who it is. It's your boy J Boogie. You're now rocking with my man S-God. I support him to the fullest, you heard? My man Mike Blaze. This is awesome production. What that mean? We about to alter everything that's playing. Tune in. My man S.God. Support the show. Subscribe, share it. Most importantly, hit that like button.
What's good? Salute to the orange and blue skies. You already know what it is, man. Talking Knicks tonight, man. I'm not going to be streaming the game tonight because on Mondays from now on, man, I'm just going to be talking Knicks, man, for about a little bit, an hour or whatever, man. Just talking about the Knicks. You already know what it is, man. If this is your first time to my channel, the Man Cave Podcast, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, man. Also share it on all social media platforms, as well as go subscribe to the Aboriginal Sports Network, man. The link is right there in the chat, man. Our one centralized location for all of our content, man. And make sure you go subscribe to those great content creators. Myself, the Man Cave Podcast, Big Pat Sports Talk, Unpopular Opinion Sports with NYG, Coach Ed Gladney's Amazing World of Sports, TP Way the Giant, Leaf Diggy, Mets 2128. Also delay of game and deception as well, man. So make sure you go subscribe, man. Monday night, man. Knicks playing the game tonight. They're playing at home against the Miami Heat. You know, Knicks coming in at 42-24 in the season, third place right now in the Eastern Conference. The Heat right now are a play-in team right now at 28-39 on the season. They're probably in ninth position right now, but if the season ended today, they'll be doing a play-in to get into the tournament. Into the NBA playoffs, stuff like that. But like I said, man, tonight, man, we're just talking about Knicks, man. Just going to do a recap of the 5-game Knicks road West Coast trip, also defensive miscues, and also the weak bench, man. So just going to talk, shout out to the chat, man. Thank everybody for tapping in from YouTube, Twitter, man, and all social media platforms. Please share this on all social media platforms. Iman Perry, what's good, bro? Thanks for tapping in. Yeah, like I said, man. Yeah, but the Knicks 5-game West Coast trip, man, like I said, it couldn't have started out any better on that road trip, man. You know, Knicks was playing good against the Lakers, and then all of a sudden Jalen Brunson, you know, hurt his ankle, man, and injured his ankle in that game. Knicks ended up losing that game actually in overtime, man, to the Lakers, man. Knicks fell 113-109 to the Lakers, and that should have been a win for the Knicks, but of course, that's how things play out sometimes, man. So, you know, on the Knicks went on that West Coast trip. The Knicks went 2-3 on that West Coast trip. They could have went 3-2 on that trip, man, or probably 4-1 or something like that, but they just didn't bring it, man. That first game against the Lakers, that was a game I thought we should have won. We could have won that game. Knicks was leading for most of that game, and then they ended up losing that game to the Lakers in overtime. And then when Brunson went down, that really turned things upside down a little bit, because then after that, you know, the next game was against the Clippers, and we end up losing that game 105-95 to the Clippers by 10 points, you know, and stuff like that. Then after that, then the Knicks got their bearings right, you know, with Deuce McBride in the starting lineup. They got their bearings right a little bit, you know what I'm saying, speeding up the offense, picking up the tempo, which I thought they should have done from the very beginning of the season, the whole season like that. You know, you got guys that could play a faster pace. Go ahead and play a faster pace, man. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and do it. You know, I also know Mitchell Robinson was coming back from his injury, so they're working him a little bit, you know, game in, game out, giving him some minutes and stuff like that. And Mitchell Robinson didn't play that game because, you know, he had just came back from an injury, so they want to do a back-to-back, which, you know, is understandable and stuff like that. So it's all good. We lost that 105-95. Then after that, man, the game in Sacramento, man, the Knicks just went off. Like I said, man, they won that game 133-104. Like I said, that's how I envision the Knicks playing. Like I said, I mean, that game, I saw a lot of everybody, doing what they should be doing and doing a lot more. You know what I'm saying? Knicks won 133-104. That was a blowout. That game was never really in serious, what you call in that whole game against Sacramento. Knicks at one point was up like 35, 37 points, to end up winning 133-104. Deuce McBride was magnificent in the first half in that game, basically for the whole game. Towns, Bridges, and Anobi, those guys was playing with a little chip on their shoulder. So they was able to get that game. Then the next game against Portland, they also went in there. And, that was a thriller game too. Knicks won that one. Last second shot, 114-113. Mikal Bridges hit that 3-point shot, to send a game. To win a game for the Knicks, against the Portland Trailblazers. I'm saying that game was close for most of the night. It was close and stuff like that. And that was another game that the Knicks probably should have won a little bit more handily. It shouldn't even come down to the last shot, but hey, a win is a win. You know what I'm saying? So that was again. So the Knicks went 2-2 on that, and then the last game was Saturday against the Golden State Warriors, and Knicks lost that game 97-94. But that also too, that was a game that the Knicks could have won that game too. They was right there. That game was right there the whole night for either team to take advantage of it. Knicks just could not get over the hump, man, and they end up losing 97-94 to the Golden State Warriors in that game. Not a particularly good night for Josh Hart in that game. He went 0 for 7 in that game. He did have like about 8 or 9 rebounds, but that was the first game like he went scoreless in. And with Jalen Brunson being out, we need everybody, all hands on deck. Everybody got to help out, step up. Get some buckets, be productive, and things like that. Also on a Jalen Brunson front, now they're saying that he's going to be out, to the end of March or early April. So that's going to be another like about eight games or something, like 7 or 8 games. So in the meantime, what a good thing about it, this next 5 games is against like non-playoff teams. So that's a little bit of a break for us, even though that doesn't mean that we're going to win these games. But next game we play tonight is the Miami Heat in New York. Then we go on the road to play at San Antonio, at Charlotte. Then we come back home for the Wizards and the Mavericks. So if we can get all 5 of these games, man, that'll go a long ways, man. Show some growth in this team. Making other guys step up, making guys do what they not normally supposed to be doing. But hey, this is what a team does. This is what happens when one of your best players go down. Everybody else got to step up. Everybody else got to contribute. It got to be a collective effort. There ain't gonna be no just like 1 or 2 people. Everybody have to give their effort when they come in the game. Even the bench, when these guys come off the bench, they got to perform as well as the starters and stuff like that, man. But like I said, this 5-game West Coast trip, like I said, it started out bad, but then through the middle of it got good. And like I said, they almost got that one in Golden State. Had they come out 3-2 out of a 5-game West Coast trip, man, that would have been great, man, if we came out 3-2 from there. But like I said, 2-3, we'll take it, like I said. But at the end of the day, these guys have to start, like I said, playing a lot more faster, pick up the tempo, because like I said, Brunson ain't going to be here. It's going to be other guys going to have to step up and step in that place. Deuce McBride, we need more from Deuce. You know what I'm saying? Deuce has been, like I said, his shot. His shooting is great. Don't have no problem with the shooting. It's just about, like the point guard duties, handling team, running the team. RC, what's good, bro? Thanks for tapping in, man. Make sure y'all go subscribe to RC Basketball Hawkeye, man. Great content creator, man. Women's NCAA basketball, WNBA. You want it, he got it, man. Iowa Hawkeyes women, as well as, Minnesota Lynx and Las Vegas Aces and WNBA, as well as the Indiana Fever. And then, in college, Iowa basketball and stuff like that, UCLA. So make sure you go check them out, man. Great content creator, man. But yeah, man, like I said, man, Deuce McBride, Cameron Payne, these other guys, Shaman, all these guys. And Shaman, that's another thing. Shaman is playing with he's playing through a shoulder injury that I guess he put off surgery until after the season, so he could just play through the season and, be this. So, that's one thing. So he's just gonna have to play through the injury and see how he does the rest of the season, man. See if he holds up, man, during the playoffs and stuff like that, man. Oh, yeah, man. See the next game. Yeah, it's on ESPN. It's gonna be ESPN. Yep, 7:30. But yeah, man, like I said, man, it's just like guys got to step up. This West Coast trip could have been a better trip. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we would have came out 3-2, or we would have came out 4-1. It would have been an even better trip because, like I said, the Lakers game could have been a win. The what you call it, the Golden State game, that could have been a win also. You know, the Clippers game, like I said, that's a game that was like 105-95, but that game was mostly like kind of close to. It wasn't that much of a, even though we lost by 10 points, you know, and like I said, Mitchell Robinson ain't played that game. So hopefully, like I said, man, these are the guys, like I said, Knicks got to pick up the pace, pick up the tempo, take care of the basketball, man. That's another thing. The turnovers, the rebounding, everybody got to pitch in. Can't be just like one or two people, like I said, rebounding. It got to be all hands on deck for the rebounds. Rebounding is part of defense. The more rebounds you get, the less opportunity the other team gets second chance points, and also get you out of foul trouble and stuff like that, man. So, like I said, overall, like I said, the 5-game West Coast trip, due to the circumstances with Brunson going down, I'm not too mad at it. You know, 2-3. Like I said, we could have won 3-2 on that West Coast trip. I know the Lakers game was going to be a tough game, but like I said, we was in that game. We could have won that game. The Clippers game, like I said, no Mitchell Robinson, no Brunson, or what you call it. Like I said, that still was a game, was there too. But like I said, the Clippers won that game. But like I said, the Portland and the Sacramento games was crazy. You know what I'm saying? The Knicks is going crazy in those games, which is, like I said, that's how I want to see them play. They're going to have to play like that from here on out. So Brunson gets back, and even when he gets back, you have to play like that, man. Everybody playing loose. Everybody's contributing. Everybody making decisive, quick moves, things like that. That's what I want to see. What he said, Duke beat a tough loser. That was a good game, man. Without no Cooper Flag and stuff like that, and Malik Brown and stuff like that. But yeah, that path is going to be a little bit tougher too, though, in the NCAA tournament. You know, Alabama's in our region too and stuff like that, man. So March Madness is upon us, man. So that'll kick off like tomorrow, tomorrow and Thursday. I mean, Wednesday, those will be like the play-in games, and then Thursday's March Madness starts. You know, NIT also doing their playoffs too and stuff like that. But Thursday, March Madness starts for college basketball. So, like I said, going on that 5-game West Coast trip, that's just the gist of it, man. Like I said, came out 2-3 on that trip. Could have been 3-2 or 4-1 or whatever on the trip, but not gonna cry about spilled milk. It is what it is. Like I said, we still third in the East for right now. We about 4 games over the Bucks. Like I said, so we got to try to hold on to that lead. You know what I'm saying, and keep the Bucks at bay. Like I said, so these next 5 games, like I said, these are games that the Knicks should be trying to make some headways with. Like I said, guys gonna have to step up and step up their game. Starting tonight against the Miami Heat, even though the Heat coming in on a 7-game losing streak, still doesn't mean nothing. Anytime the Knicks play the Heat, that's a tough game with the Miami Heat. Game is at Madison Square Garden. The Knicks are 7-point favorite in that game against the Heat. So that game will be on ESPN tonight in another about 20 minutes or something like that. 7:30 starts ESPN. So make sure we're going to tap into that game and stuff like that, man. So Knicks got to come home and start this streak, man. Let's start this streak tonight. Protect the home court. Like I said, take it to the Heat, man. Let's go, man. Like I said, this is a team that we beat on the road about a week ago in Miami. You know what I'm saying, in overtime and stuff like that. So they're a tough opponent. You know what I'm saying. That's what was with Brunson. You know what I'm saying. So the Heat always play the Knicks tough. So that should be a good game tonight. Let's see what's next up. Next up is going to be defensive miscues. Yeah, these guys gotta talk to each other on the defensive miscues. Like I said, that's one of the big things coming into this season with the Knicks was coming to the season with defensive miscues, and I knew it was going to be some defensive miscues, early on the season because, like I said, guys got to get acclimated to each other, learn guys' defensive tendencies and things like that. But we're still having this problem now, and so much so it's not even defensive. It's like defensive miscues, but it's guys just not paying attention. I mean, there's no way like you let guys get behind you on a fast break and you're back. It's like 2 or 3 guys back, and they got guys still getting an easy layup somewhere. He goes in between, and everybody just stops playing. And watch the guy go right behind him and get a bucket. Can't do that, man. You can't just give them easy points. And they making you work for your points, and you allow them to just get free buckets. Like, nah, man, this is, like I said, this is how you keep falling behind in games, is like giving up defensive miscues and playing lackadaisical on defense and stuff like that, and not making teams earn their basket and getting easy buckets. Yeah, team gets easy buckets even on fast breaks. Another thing, in transition, defense on transition and fast breaks. We're not getting back on D. Teams are beating us back for layups and things like that. Because our guys are jogging back on defense, and these other teams are sprinting back on when they get the ball starting a fast break and just doing what they got to do to score. Because the best thing, the easiest way to score on a team is just to score easy baskets without playing against their defense. So that's what a lot of teams are doing. Instead of waiting for the defense to get settled in, they'll just like go ahead and just start a fast break. If they get it past us, it's like a 3-on-1 or a 4-on-2. Hey, that's what they're gonna do. That's what you gotta do. That's all I gotta say. You gotta push the pace. You gotta force the issue. Gotta force it. Can't keep walking the ball up, man. Gotta force it. Defensive miscues, like I said, even on the pick and roll defense. I mean, we're getting gashed with the pick and roll defense with Karl Anthony Towns. Teams are like, that's their bread and butter when they play us. Go to the pick and roll with Karl Anthony Towns, put Towns in the pick and roll. I know he's playing through an injury, his knee and stuff like that. But hey, you got to come up on the defense, man. On the pick and roll, got to come up on the defense. Can't stand back. When you stand back, that gives the other team wide open 3-point shots and things like that. You got to come up, make that guy pass the ball. That's the whole thing on a pick and roll defense. Or even when you double team somebody, make them pass the ball to somebody else. Don't give them an easy look, an easy shot. Because on the other end, they're not giving you an easy look and easy shot on the other end. So you got to make them pay just like the way they're making you pay, on the defensive end. Make these guys earn their buckets, baskets, whatever you want to call it. Teams got to earn their baskets. Not easy, not going to be easy around here. You play the Knicks, like I said, they got to get after it on the defensive end, especially, like I said, pick and roll defense, switches, man-to-man. Like I say, got to fight over screens and things like that. But like I said, let's stop with the defensive miscues. Like I said, we are 66 games in now. This is like more than half the season. So like I said, all that defensive miscues should have been out the window like 20, 30 games ago. It's like you got to know your personnel, know your players and stuff like that. If you see your man getting beat, or if you notice your teammate in back, go help out. Go help his man. I'll stay with his man. I mean, it could be two of you on nobody. You know what I'm saying? Don't wait for your man to come back, or he's not waiting for his man to come. Go help him out. That's what a team does. That's what a team defense does. That's what they do. You know what I'm saying? Say, D, definitely need this win tonight. Yeah, most definitely need this win tonight, man. Like I said, Knicks are home. 5 games, these next 5 games against Miami, San Antonio, Charlotte, Washington, and Dallas. These are games, are winnable games. But like I said, it's the NBA. Everybody going to come to play. So Knicks really going to have to scrap it out, get ready for these games tonight, put on their little track shoes, stuff like that. Play some good defense, like I said, and like play faster, man. The slower you play, the more you're going to be a stagnant offense. You got to pick up the pace. Can't play slow. You know what I'm saying? So Knicks on like a defensive miscues. Like I said, I see too many times like guys coming in. I mean, point guards coming in laying on those like lob passes, and the defender is not putting much pressure on the passer, and that's why those lob passes are easy to the for the alley-oop easy dunks. You got to put pressure on a passer. You got to make those passes much tougher. I don't care your deflection. I don't care if you make it hard for them, but you can't let them have an easy path to the basket and just throw it up with no defensive, so however you want to call it, with no defense being played at all. If you don't pressure the passer for an alley-oop or a lob, it's going to be there every single time. It's going to be 100%. You got to play the passer. You know what I'm saying? You got to make the pass tougher. The lob guy, like I said, could get the pass deflected. If it was Mitchell Robinson or somebody back that could get the pass deflected, things like that. But that passer who's coming in lane to pass off of that lob pass on the opposing team, you got to make it tougher for him. So that way, either you're going to get fouled, or you're going to, like I said, going to deflect it and be a stolen pass, or he's not going to do it at all. He's going to throw it back out to somebody else, which is supposed to do. So Knicks got to pick up on the defensive miscues. Like I said, I know Brunson ain't the best defender. Towns ain't the best defender, you know what I'm saying? But Hart, Anunoby, and Bridges are like the better defenders. So like I said, that's why, coming in the early season, they thought our defense is going to be much better on the perimeter, you know what I'm saying? But it's what teams doing now is like they're going away. I guess they're going more towards like the weak defender, like Brunson and Towns. They'll go do pick and rolls with those guys. So that way, you know what I'm saying, they could get easier buckets and easier offense that way since they're not good defenders. Whereas like Bridges and Anobi and Hart, they are better defenders, you know, put more of a resistance in a fight up. But like I said, but even those guys sometimes, like I said, haven't been playing to their best ability and stuff like that. So everybody's going to need to pick up the pace. Like I said, with Towns really going to have to pick up the pace as far as that with the pick and roll defense. I don't know if Tibbs is talking to him or who's not talking to him, but you need to tell him he needs to come up on that pick and roll defense. Stop standing back. You standing back is giving that dude a easy time and an easy shot. And anybody gets a 3-point shot, wide open shot, that's a high percentage shot, more than likely it's going to go in. You know, and that's what we get beat at too. You know what I'm saying, on those pick and roll defense. So the other thing is, like, if Towns could come up a little bit more and stuff like that and make that pass a little bit difficult, then, you know what I'm saying, our defense will probably improve. Our defense has improved a little bit with Deuce McBride in the lineup now, with Brunson being out, you know, and Deuce is playing a lot better, like I said, because I noticed his defense had fallen off too. But some of it could be like coming in the game with rhythm, not knowing how many minutes he's going to get, this and that. And that's another thing with the bench and all that stuff is the minutes and stuff like that. But we'll get into that after this. But as far as the defensive miscues, like I said, this is area that I see the Knicks need to clean up that area of the on defense. You know what I'm saying, is the defensive miscues, like not getting rebounds, not helping out with the rebounding, the 50-50 balls. A lot of 50-50 balls are won by the other team. Knicks players are not really getting in there to get the ball. It's like, you got to get the ball. You got to hustle. That's what a part of defense is. You got Bridges and Anunoby out there. Like I said, them two dudes should be averaging at least about 7-8 rebounds a game themselves, a piece, not combined, a piece. There's enough shots to go over. There's enough bricks going around that they could get these rebounds. If you're not getting these rebounds, guess who's getting them? The other team is getting them. See, I don't think the Bucks will catch y'all at that seed. Yeah, the Bucks been going through their thing a little bit too, but like I said, with the Knicks, we just gotta get on our horses these next 5 games, man, and really, like, you know, get it. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, they got to pick up the pace. They got to pick up the tempo. Got to pick up the speed. And like I said, don't take none of these teams lightly, because like I said, that's what happens. You take teams lightly, and like I said, these teams come in with a chip on their shoulder, and they coming in with grit, hustle, determination, and that's what's going to win a lot of games, is that hustle mentality, and like I said, that high motor. You know what I'm saying? You're playing teams with a high motor, like I said, running teams that like to run, get out and run. That's going to give you problems, because if you don't want to play defense, or you're not hardly getting back on defense, that's not a good recipe. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, at the 3 seed. Yeah, the Knicks are in 3 seed, but I mean, the Knicks only like 4 games ahead of the Bucks with like 16 games left to go. But like I said, in this 5-game coming up for the Knicks right here, man. The Knicks could go 4-1 or whatever, 3-2 or 5-0, and it'll be tremendous to help them. You know what I'm saying? But the Knicks got to do it on the court, though. You know, it's easier said than done. You know what I'm saying? Guys got to go out there and perform. Can't have another overnight from Josh Hart. You know what I'm saying? He got to score some points. And the thing with Josh Hart is, like, you know, a lot of teams now are leaving him open and sagging back on everybody else. So he got to take them shots, man. He got to take those shots. Can't hesitate. Because a lot of times when you get the ball, the shot clock is already running down. Just be ready to shoot the ball. Only 2 things going to happen if you shoot. Either you're going to make it or you're going to miss it. So I'd rather you do that than fake it, come in the lane, and turn the ball over, and that's a turnover. See, I'd rather you shoot the ball. If you shoot the ball, at least it's not a turnover. You know what I'm saying? You're either going to make it or you're going to miss it. But if you put it on the floor, come in the lane, and then get to a tougher shot now, that's going to be a 24-second shot violation, or it could be a bad shot that, you know what I'm saying, could have been avoided. So that's what I'm saying. So they just got to do some more talking on the defensive end, like I said, in the game and stuff like that. You know, I don't know how, as far as the communication, I know Mitchell Robinson is a great communicator out there on the defensive. So I don't know what Towns is saying, or Anunoby, Bridges, but them guys need to talk out there when they're on the court. You got to let them know, like, hey, anybody back or something like that, or screen coming, pick coming, something like that. You know what I'm saying? You got to talk out there on the court. You can't be quiet. You be quiet on the court, that's when a lot of times going to happen. You're going to get exposed. You know what I'm saying? Teams know that and stuff like that. They're going to run their offense. And like I said, in today's NBA, man, all you got to do is make shots, because the defense, like I said, I've been seeing out there playing, is not too good of a defense out there. Yeah, some teams might play some defense, not like back in the 90s when all teams was playing defense. These guys don't really play defense like that. So best thing to do is just make shots. Like I said, a lot of shots are available. Make them shots. That's all it is. That's all guys care about, shooting 3-point shots, even on a fast break. It could be a 4-on-1, and dudes are flaring out to the 3-point line instead of going to the basket, taking it straight to the basket to get that score or the foul. They bailing out the one defender back by a 3-point shot because it looks nice. Yeah, if it goes in, it looks nice. But if it misses, now that was a missed opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day when we were playing basketball, you on a 4-on-1, you better take it to the basket, because if you pull up for a shot or something like that, a jump shot away from, the coach gonna call a timeout and pull you out and get in your when you get to that bench. You know what I'm saying? You'll be pulled out the game for that. For missing an easy opportunity like a 2-on-1, 3-on-1, don't even matter. You know what I'm saying? But nowadays, hey, 3-on-1, I don't even see guys don't even go to the basket. They just flare out for the 3-point shot, and there you go, 3-point shot. That's all it is now. It's a 3-point shooting contest now, in today's NBA. But yeah, as far as the defensive miscues, like I said, Karl-Anthony Towns gotta get himself together on the defensive end. I know you're playing hurt or something like that, but still, it doesn't exclude you from making it tougher on a defender, or on a pick and roll defense, or even like defense when you're back or something, like to block a shot, or to call something. But you got to be more resistant on the defensive end. That'll help the Knicks out greatly. Like I said, and the thing with Towns, he gets I can't even say the rebounding is not even an issue, because he grabs like 15, 16, 18, 12 rebounds a game, so that's a given. Rebound ain't going to be an issue. It's just the defense, like I said, helping out, making it harder on these guys coming down the lane, laying the ball up or shooting the ball. Just be more resistant on that. And like I said, OG Anunoby, Mikal Bridges, they just got to pick up their defensive intensity too. Like I said, OG, 2-3 games ago, he had defensive intensity, in that home game. Like I said, that was like, I ain't see that in OG in a minute. So I know he's been playing through injuries. So a lot of these guys are playing through injuries, but hey, everybody at this part of the season is playing through injuries. So, that's how it goes. That's the time of year. You know what I'm saying? By the time the playoff come, everybody's nicked up. So with the Knicks, like I said, we just got to pray for some health. Hopefully guys are getting better. Like I said, Brunson's going to be out for another couple, like a week and a half, 2 weeks, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? So, and Mitchell Robinson just getting back. Like I said, he's been playing like 15 minutes, 18 minutes. So slowly but surely his time will go up too and stuff like that. But in the meantime, it's good for him right now. You make the 3, good for business. You missed the 3, good for business. Segment. There needs to be some shot selection accountability, especially deep into the season as a contender. Yeah, man. Hey, that's it is, man. Like I said, I don't know. These coaches just let these guys do whatever they want to do. You know what I'm saying? It's like, that's today's sports, man. These coaches let these players do whatever they want to do. Don't hold them accountable sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But that's what their game is. I guess they want them shooting as many threes as they want. Put up 40, 50 3-point shots in the game. Hey, if it wins your game, it wins you the game, man. But yeah, like I said, with Deuce McBride getting in the starting lineup now with Brunson now, it's like the defense is a little bit better now, because Deuce is a better defender than Brunson. He's not a better scorer, but he's a better defender. So that also helps out too now. So now you got Hart, McBride, Bridges, and then Anunoby. You know what I'm saying? And then you got a lineup with Mitchell Robinson out there. That's a really good defensive lineup right there. You know what I'm saying? So I would like to see that too in the game. I'll probably see that tonight in the game against the Heat. So Mitch is playing, so see that lineup in there and see how they do defensively and stuff like that. And then, you know what I'm saying? And what's saying, these guys will learn a little bit from Mitchell Robinson, because Mitchell Robinson is a great defender. You know what I'm saying? He's not always healthy. That's his only problem. But as far as defense, that guy makes up he covers a lot of grounds. He can block shots at the rim. He could come out to the perimeter, guard by the 3-point line, pick and rolls, could block 3-point shots and all that type of stuff. So teams know that, like I said. And when Mitch is on the floor, like I said, teams, they don't do a lot of, you know what I'm saying, like they ain't going to take it in the lane too much if Mitchell Robinson's down there, or even on the perimeter, to shoot the 3. They still want to shoot the 3, but like I said, they'll be a little bit more hesitant, you know what I'm saying, because he'll be out there. He will go after the shot. He will block the shot, try to make an attempt to block the shot. So guys they're aware of that too, you know what I'm saying? So as I say, I want to see that lineup out there, good defensive lineup and stuff like that. But like I said, overall, the defensive miscues, man, they just got to clean it up. Like I said, I know they watch film. So if you watch a film and you're seeing guys out of position constantly, it's like, I don't know what they're saying in these film reviews or meetings, but guys got to be called out, man. It's like the effort level. Sometimes I look at it just be like, it leaves a lot to be desired. It's like, come on, man, you can make that. You can block that shot, or you can get in there and get that steal, or, stop that dude from just going straight down the lane or straight on the baseline. You know what I'm saying? Put more effort in the defense. Like I said, I think them guys need to put a little more effort in the defense on that end. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully, like I said, they clean up, like I said, but defense is a lot of talking. Guys got to talk to each other when they're out there on the court. If they see something that man's about to get beat, they can recover for the man, they can help out, things like that. Talk to one another and things like that. Because like I said, at the end of the day, these other teams going to keep on coming, you know what I'm saying? And they're going to trade baskets for baskets. They good with that, but like I said, Knicks defense got to get much better as far as that. And part of the defense, like I said, is rebounding. Stop the second chance points. Rebound. Everybody got to pitch in. If everybody getting 4 or 5 rebounds a piece, bro, that makes our job much easier. Like I said, the scoring total from other teams' points will go down. A lot of these inflated scores that you're seeing around the NBA is because of 3-point shooting, second chance opportunities. A lot of teams are just flat out just shooting. It's like they'll shoot 3-4 3-pointers in a row if they keep getting like offensive rebounds until it goes in. So you really got to come to bring it to play. But like I said, rebound is an important part of defense. And like I said, right now we only got Hart, Towns, and Mitchell Robinson probably rebounding and stuff like that. Precious Achiuwa, when he comes off the bench a little bit too, but even sometimes he don't be getting in there good rebounding and stuff like that. So they got to get much more physical down there and stuff like that, especially along the front line and stuff like that. And also, like I said, the guys on the perimeter got to help out too. Like I said, the pressure and, stop allowing guys to come down there in the paint and just score and stuff like that, or even dribble penetrations, like got to be much better out there on perimeter dribble penetration. Like I said, Deuce is out there now, is a little bit better, but Bridges and Anunoby, like I said, when they get to that wing position, playing those wing players and stuff like that, make it much more difficult. You're not going to totally stop these players. These are professional players. They're great athletes, great scorers, all stars. I mean, the only thing you can do is hope to contain them or slow them down. That's all you want to do. You don't want no 35-point night, maybe a 20-point night or 18-point night. Cool. You know what I'm saying? It's better than like 35 or 40 points. You know what I'm saying? So that's all you're hoping for. So like I said, they just got to do a little bit more talking on the defensive end. Like I said, with these guys, like I said, it starts, like I said, Towns at the 5, like I said, is that's part of the defense is like, with Towns at the 5 and Anunoby at the 4, Bridges at the 3, it kind of throws it out of whack. You know what I'm saying? But that's what we've been playing with all season long until Mitch got back. Now Mitch is playing now. Hopefully, like I said, he'll get back into the starting lineup at some point and then move Towns to the 4 and then Anunoby to the 3, Bridges to the 2, and that'll help out too. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, we need more on the defensive end, like I said, from Bridges and Anunoby as far as rebounding. And then we also need Towns to be a much better defender, to play better defense, even though that's not his calling card. But like I said, on those pick and rolls, you got to come up a little bit more. You can't sag back and stay way back because that hurts our defense. So if you can do that, at least come up and make the passer go in another direction or throw the ball to somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Not just you to go away from that, because if you keep doing that and the teams have to throw the ball away and keep on passing somebody else, they're not going to do that play a lot. They're going to call some other plays. But if this play keeps working where they're going to get you in, in these pick and rolls and they're getting easy shots and they're making points, like they're going to keep on running that until the Knicks decide to do something and switch it up or do something. But like I said, that comes from the players too. I mean, the coach can tell you what they want you to do, you know what I'm saying, things like that. But it's up to the player too, how he move his feet on defense, if he's going to hustle, do some things and make it work, you know what I'm saying? So that's another thing with that. Like I said, coaches are to blame too, but most of it falls on the players because you're the one who's out there on the court. You're out there on the court for a reason. Like I said, get out there, do what you got to do. Like I said, and a lot of it is basketball IQ is like know your personnel and stuff like that out there, know who you're playing against. Like, I'm gonna get like when we was playing Golden State and Towns is by the 3-point line with Draymond Green, you fouling Draymond Green. Why are you fouling Green? He's not a threat from there, really. You know what I'm saying? If you're right there, he's not going to do anything. Just let him, just let him catch the ball, whatever he wants to shoot 3. You're right there. Put your hands up. That's about it. Or you can go, if he drives, just go, follow him and go right down there. You know what I'm saying? But it doesn't mean just to foul somebody, just to be fouling somebody. Like, and that's another thing with Towns. You got to clean up his foul. And like I said, there's a lot of fouls that he should be eliminating, you know what I'm saying, which he's not eliminating. It's like, you got to eliminate those fouls. We need you in the game. You know what I'm saying? You're picking up these dumb fouls or like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, don't need all that. We need you more on the floor than you being sitting on the bench. You know what I'm saying? So that's another thing. Like I said, defensive miscues. Like I said, I just want to see them play a little bit faster, communicate on defense. You know what I'm saying? Watching guys, like I said, pick and roll defense. Like I said, switching, helping out. You know, Towns can play more up on the defensive, on the pick and rolls and things like that. And otherwise, everybody just stepping up and helping out, man. Like I said, because all defenses is hustle, determination, and things like that. Hustle and determination, man. So if I don't see that too much out there in the game, I just be like looking again, be like, come on, man. I know that's like he could have got that D, he could have got that steal, he could have got this. Got to get on the floor, got to get those loose balls. You got to, go out of bounds and try to get the ball back. You got to do something. But most important, like I said, get the rebounds. Get rebounds that's out there. Like I said, don't let a team get 2, 3, and 4 offensive rebounds in one sequence. That really kills and deflates your team on defense. You got to get out there, get hustle, make some shots. And like I said, stop these guys. If you get a lot of those rebounds, that stops a lot of second chance points. That also keep you out of foul trouble. You know what I'm saying? So that's another thing on the defensive miscues, man. On this team, like I said, where they play to get started, they're gonna play the Heat and stuff like that. Next, I'm gonna talk about the bench. Our bench, man. This has been like the Achilles heel of our team, like all season long, is the weak bench. Like I said, the weak bench. Like I said, this has been part of our problem like all season long, and most of that is because of the trades too. When we made these trades for Mikal Bridges and also the trade for Karl Anthony Towns, you give up a lot. And seeing these trades like 3 players here, 2, 4 players here, things like that, and that's what takes a lot of depth away from your team. You know what I'm saying? So right now, like I said, we just got to go through what we have this season, man. But all season, got to like trying to tweak it, try to make it, trying to balance out the roster and things like that, and try to strengthen the bench because, like I said, the bench has gotten weak because of these trades and stuff like that. Like I said, 3 years ago, we had like the number 1 bench in the NBA. We had the bench mob. You know what I'm saying? We was deep. You know what I'm saying? It was a gritty, deep team that's giving teams problems. And now, like I said, majority of all those guys are gone now. I mean, like I said, man, it's like through trades and stuff like that, they're gone. So we got to look to strengthen that bench again. And like I said, the other night against Golden State, man, we have 4 points off the bench. You're not going to win no NBA game. You only get 4 points from the bench. You got to get like at least 25, 30 points a night from your bench. And like I said, we have not had a lot of those nights this season, man. We haven't allowed like 9 points, 12 points off the bench for a whole game. And our starters are scoring all the points. And that's another thing that's killing the team. The starters are scoring the majority of the points. And I know most of it because the starters are playing a lot more minutes and stuff like that. Tom Thibodeau is giving bench minutes out, but not, the way it should be. And like I said, I think he should bring in like 4 guys off the bench at one time. You know what I'm saying? But he staggers them where he bring in 1 guy or 2 guys, and that's about it. And keeping the starters in there is like, bro, that's not how, you know what I'm saying? You got to bring these guys in so they can get more minutes and stuff like that and rest the starters. What do you say? Louisville and Creighton men's both deserve to be play one another immediately. That's wild. Yeah, I know, man. That is wild. I didn't realize I got rid of Jaguars until someone on the Bucks. Yeah, he's on the Bucks now. We sent him in that deal to the Bucks and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So, that was another big thing too. Mosley, what's good, bro? Salute. Yeah, that was another thing, man. We sent Jericho Sims in that deal, man. Like I said, basically all the homegrown talent on the Knicks is gone, man. They done traded all them guys, man. The only ones left is Deuce McBride and Mitchell Robinson. That's like the only 2 guys left from on the team from like 4 years ago, 4 years ago. Everybody's gone. You know what I'm saying? 12 guys are gone, man. It's a totally new team. The only one is McBride, Mitchell Robinson, and Brunson was here for like a year and a half and stuff like that. But the other guys, everybody else has been here less than a year or something like that. So it's basically like a new team. So that's what I'm saying. Like you fall behind like the Cavs, the OKC, Boston. Those teams been together for years. You know what I'm saying? They've been together for 4 or 5 years at least. The Knicks, like I said, if we still had the team with Randall, Barrett, and those guys, yeah, those teams been there for 4 years together. But this is a totally new team now with Bridges and Anunoby, Towns, with the Brunson and Hart. Hart just came a year ago too. He came like, he came like, Brunson was here about 3 years now. Hart is about a year and a half or something like that because he came in a trade too, you know what I'm saying? So basically it's a new team and stuff like that. So that's what I'm saying. This season, like I said, they have to get their cohesion together, stuff like that. And also like in all season, have to tweak the bench. They got to see what works for them, what don't work for them. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I would have been mad if this was year 3 or 4 with the same team, but this is only the first year. So I'm just seeing what they can do, you know what I'm saying? And like where we need help at, like I said, I know our bench definitely needs strength because if we can get some bench help and stuff like that and consistent performance off the bench that can score 15, 20 points, like that, I said, we'll be good. That'd be good for us. But right now we don't have like somebody who could just automatically, count on, consistently, you know what I'm saying? Deuce was off the bench, but now he's in the starting lineup for now. And that's another thing. Josh Hart, Bridges, Deuce, these guys, like I said, they starting, but sometimes they could come off the bench. Like I said, Hart was a 6-man. Mikal Bridges could be a 6-man and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? But, that's what I'm saying. That's why you put the team together, and then you see what you have. And then, like I said, in the offseason, you're going to tweak it, see what you need, what you can add to the team, what players you can sign to help stabilize the bench and also, or get a starter, you know what I'm saying? Push somebody to the bench. Like I said, Hart could go back to the bench, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, you get a starter at the 2-guard spot or something like that or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So like I said, right now it's just trial and error right now. You're trying to see what these guys, like I said, we went from a gritty, hard-nosed team now to like more of from gritty physical team to more like a white collar, like I said, not a physical team and stuff like that. So, that's something, got to get that identity back and stuff like that. Like I said, it's going to take a little bit of time, but like I said, this is the first year with these guys in there with Bridges, Towns, and you know what I'm saying? And Anobi and stuff like that, just starting lineup and stuff like that. But in the offseason, like I said, they're going to add some more things pieces to this team, like the bench, also a starter probably, like I said, because guys like Hart should be coming off the bench, you know what I'm saying? But he's a starter because that's, with all the trades that we made, this is what happens, you know what I'm saying? These are the guys that you left with. So it's going to take some time, like I said, man. Right now, like I said, we're not a physical team like where we used to be. You know what I'm saying? Mitchell Robinson is like one of those players, Mitchell Robinson, Deuce, you know what I'm saying? Things like that. So, and Josh Hart. So, we'll see what they do in the offseason. But for right now, we just got to go with what we got right now. Like I said, tonight we play the Miami Heat. After that, we play San Antonio, then Charlotte, then Washington, and Dallas. Those are games that, like I said, we should be able to win those games. Even though Brunson ain't playing, we should be able to win those games. And it's like I did. We just have to play the way we got. We have to play much better. Like I said, got to pick up the tempo, got to pick up the pace and stuff like that. Coach, what's good? Peace and blessings, King. Thanks for tapping in. We have to talk. Yeah. We're going to have to talk some Liberty basketball later, man. Yeah, I know. So that WNBA season is almost like right around the corner, man. It's right around the corner. You already know. So, but like I said, man, with the Knicks, like I said, man, Mitchell Robinson come back at a good time, you know what I'm saying? Jalen Brunson going injured at a bad time, but that's what happens. At least, like I said, in a way, I'm kind of glad it's happening before the playoffs because I'd rather have all these guys here for the playoffs to see what we have, you know what I'm saying? So hopefully, like I said, Brunson get right, you know what I'm saying, before he come back. And I know that injury is going to be a kind of a lingering one because like any little misstep or you come down wrong, it's going to be the same thing again. It's going to re-injure it again. What's good, Jacob Bertuzzi? What up, bro? What's good? Yeah, man. Like I said, yeah, anything coming out is just gonna be, like I said, we just gotta get ready for the playoffs. Like I said, we just need to be healthy for the playoffs, man. Like I said, every Monday, man, I'll be on here Monday, man, just talking Knicks, man. I won't be doing streaming no Knicks game on Monday nights, but the other nights I will. Like I said, the next time I'll be on Wednesday when the Knicks play the San Antonio Spurs. So I'll be on there streaming the Knicks game. But Mondays is just going to talk in Knicks, you know what I'm saying? So y'all want to come and chop it up, man, ask questions, things like that, all that, man. So, it's all good. What you said, RC and Coach, y'all got in the shot clock now too. Y'all prom to repeat. Oh, yeah. Boy, I'm telling you, boy, hey. That's why Coach said we had to talk some Liberty basketball. They making some little moves here and there, you know what I'm saying, trying to repeat, you know what I'm saying. It's going to be a little bit tough, you know what I'm saying. There's some moves been made, like Jewel Lloyd going over to, what is she on now? Jewel Lloyd, is she on, where is Jewel Lloyd? I remember she got traded from, is she on Dallas? Because she was on Seattle, but Jewel Lloyd just got traded. I don't know if she's Chicago. I forgot where they traded Jewel. I was like, it's kind of surprised, with the Storm. But yeah, man. She got you said Cloud is upgrade over Courtney Vandersloot. Vegas. Oh, that's where Jewel Lloyd went to Vegas. Oh yeah. Yeah, because Kelsey Plum is not in Vegas no more. She got traded to Dallas, I think. But Jewel Lloyd is in Vegas now with Asia Wilson and Chelsea Gray and all them. Yeah, 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 yeah. In Vegas, man. But yeah, she definitely got to do that, man. Definitely, just let me know whenever you're whenever you're ready to do that, man. We can do that, man. You know what I'm saying? Talk WNBA basketball and stuff like that. Tyrone Hall, what's good, bro? Thanks for tapping in. Plum is in LA. She's okay. She's with Sparks. Okay, man, there's been like so many things going on around. I know Brittany Griner's here in Atlanta. It's been so many things going on because that Phoenix team, man, like I said, Diana Taurasi retired. So Phoenix is like they going through a rebuild. You know, Brittany Griner's gone. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, WNBA is going to be wild this season, man. But it's going to be more fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. You know what I'm saying? For WNBA this season, going to be a lot more parity, a lot more competitiveness, and these, you know, with these teams and stuff like that, with all these moves being made. And you know, the draft is coming up next month, man. So it's April. It's like, you know, I think it's April. I want to say it's like the first week in April, like the women's draft, like April 8th or 9th, something like that. So yeah, WNBA draft. You know, so. But like I said, man, with the Knicks tonight, man, Knicks bench, like I said, got to get more help from off the bench, man. These guys got to come in. They got to contribute. Like I said, you can't have 4 points off the bench, man. And that game against Golden State, we only had two guys with 2 points, Mitchell Robinson and Landry Shamet. No points from Cameron Payne. No points from Precious Achua. Can't do that. These guys got, when you get in the game, you got to perform. You got to make buckets. You got to score. We're not just here running up and down for cardio. You know what I'm saying? Not for cardio. You need to come in, and this is why I guess, you know, sometimes these bench guys don't get that minutes like that because, like I said, they're not contributing, but they're gonna need to contribute. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the season, man, hey, you know how Leon Rose moves. If you ain't contributing or nothing, you'll be out of here, man. So hey, you know what I'm saying, by the season end, man, you know, we'll see who's gonna be here, who's not gonna be. Like I said, some guys signed like a 1-year deal, Cameron Payne. It was a 1 or 2 year deal, Cameron Payne, Landry Shamet. These guys, Precious Achua, stuff like that. So we'll see what happens in the offseason. But for right now, when they're on the team, you got to contribute. We need you to get some rebounds and get some scoring. I don't care if y'all get 4 points apiece, 5 points apiece, 6 points. It helps out tremendously. We need some bench scoring. That's why all the top teams bench. That's why they're the top teams. OKC, Cleveland, Memphis, Miami. I mean, what's that? Boston, all these guys, these top teams, their bench is helping them. Denver, their bench is helping them. We need help from the bench. Yeah, playing a lot, especially after the Rouse was talking for the season. Yeah, I know you are. But yeah, man, like I said, man, the bench, our bench, like I said, that's one of the Achilles heel of this Knicks team because of the trades, man. It has weakened the bench, got no depth, man. Got to get to, we just picked up, PJ Tucker, you know, old vet, you know what I'm saying? You know, it's just so much for veteran leadership and things like that to talk to these guys when they come to the bench and stuff like that, pick their spirits up and things like that. So that was a good move on the Knicks part with PJ Tucker. PJ Tucker, like I said, he's one of those defenders and can shoot threes from the corner and things like that. So they might put him in for spot duty here and there. That's fine. But like I said, him being that veteran presence, talking to these guys, keeping their heads in the game, keeping their confidence level up. That's what you want. You know what I'm saying, with these guys. Marshawn Beauchamp, Anton Watson, DeLon Wright. Like I said, these guys are on the team, but they haven't even been playing at all. You know, say DeLon Wright played for 3 minutes in one game or 1 minute. That was it. And then also for tonight's game, I think Pacom Dadier, you know, they called him for the G League, so he will be on the bench for the Knicks tonight. So they probably gonna need some more depth. But like I said, these guys got to play. Tibbs, if you got these guys on there, they got to play though. You know what I'm saying? You can't just have them sit on the bench. Play these guys, you know what I'm saying? Bring them in 3, 4 at a time, you know what I'm saying? Not just 1 or 2 to stagger the lineup with the starters and get the starters out, you know, let the starters sit down. You know what I'm saying? Even like I said, see the thing with Mikal Bridges, he had a talk with Tom Thibodeau about the minutes for the starters. You know, and you would agree with him. Like I said, he should have been playing these guys a lot less early in the season because, like I said, you need them towards the end of the season. You don't want these guys running to the ground by the end of the season. And these guys playing heavy minutes on games like back-to-back games, might be playing 40-something minutes each game back-to-back. It's like, you can't do that, man. Not on back-to-back night. You know what I'm saying? Got to get other people involved, get other people, you know what I'm saying? Got to rest these guys' legs, man. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, we got to be ready for the next game and stuff like that. You know, that's why sometimes they come out flat. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, as far as the bench, like I said, right now, like I said, off the bench is Precious Achua. Mitch comes off the bench. Shamit, Cameron Payne, you know, come off the bench. But like I said, Hukporti might have come off the bench, but he's not, you know, he's out for a while. You know, Tyler Kolek, let these guys play. You know what I'm saying? You'll never know what you have if you don't let these guys play. You know what I'm saying? Beauchamp, Watson, you know, let these guys play. I mean, you put them on the team, let them play, man. Let's see what they get and let's see what they got. You know what I'm saying? If they delivering, they getting buckets. Hey, that's all I care about. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, we can't be having like 5, 6 points, 10 points off the bench for a whole game. We need way more points than that. You know what I'm saying? We need like 30, 40 points off the bench with like 18 rebounds, 19, something like that. You know what I'm saying? Collectively, you know what I'm saying? Or 30 something points, you know what I'm saying? I know it's a weak bench. So that's like I said, that's going to be the Achilles heel. Like I said, in the offseason, we have to address that issue in the offseason, which I know we will, you know what I'm saying? But for right now, this is what we have right now. And, you know, now with the NBA, with the second apron, first apron, all this thing with the cap and all this stuff. So that's another thing that we got to venture through and do things like that. And, you know, see how that works and, you know, see what will happen. But like I said, if this front office put it together, like I said, so far they've been making some good moves and stuff like that. So we'll see what they do in the offseason. But I know that one of their first priority is to, you know, strengthen the bench and also the depth for us. And also if they could get a starter, another starter, like I said, because like I said, you got some guys in the starting line that could be coming off the bench. You know, Bridges, Hart. You know, Bridges could start, but Hart comes off the bench. And, you know, for right now, because like I said, that's what we got right now. But like I said, you put them guys on the bench, you bring a starter or something like that, now it strengthens your bench even more. So that's another thing, you know, that's another way you can make a bench stronger by getting some of the guys out of the starting lineup to go to the bench. You know what I'm saying? Or, you know, in the offseason, like I said, you know, there's guys being free agency and stuff like that. We'll see what they do. You know, but that's our main problem is the bench all season long. The bench has been inconsistent with the scoring, with the production. And when you have an inconsistent bench and stuff like that, you're going to be up and down. A lot of games you're going to be up and down in these games, and that's what we've seen in the season, up and down. Games that we could be winning, games that we should be winning because we get no bench help. Like I said, the lead stays the same, or the lead don't grow, or the lead shrinks because we're not getting that bench production. Got to get that bench production, man. So, like I said, in the offseason, that's what we're going to look to take care of, that bench production in the offseason, man. And hopefully, like I said, get some guys in there or get a starter, need another starter or something like that to move some guys to the bench. Or we can get some good bench production, man. But like I said, I believe in this front office, man. At first, I wasn't really too keen on the front office. But since then, like I said, all the moves they've been making and stuff like that, you know, Knicks have been turning around with Jalen Brunson being here. So can't argue with these guys. Let them do their work and things like that, man. But I want to thank everybody for tapping in, man, from YouTube, Twitter, man, and all social media platforms to the Man Cave podcast, man. If this is your first time to my channel, man, make sure you please hit that like and subscribe button. Also share it on all social media platforms, as well as please go and subscribe to the Aboriginal Sports Network. The link is right there in the chat, man. One centralized location for all of our content, man. Basketball, boxing, baseball, football, baseball. Like I said, make sure you go subscribe to all the members of the Aboriginal Sports Network, myself, the Man Cave podcast, as well as Big Pat Sports Talk, Unpopular Opinion Sports, or NYG, Coach Ed Gladney's Amazing World of Sports, Mets 2128, Leaf Diggy, TP Way, as well as Delay of Game and Deception, man. Make sure you go subscribe, man. And like I said, I'll be back here Wednesday at 8 o'clock when we play the San Antonio Spurs. Wednesday night, I will be back at 8 o'clock to stream that game. But like I said, from here on out, Mondays, man, Mondays is going to be just talking about the Knicks, man. You know, so you guys want to come in here, man, in the chat, you know, man, talk your talk. And I also dropped the link in there. People want to come on and talk, man. I'll give you guys a voice, man. I ain't got no problem with it, man. So yeah, just let me know, man. Like I said, I will throw the link in the chat the next Monday, man. Be back here again, man, for Knicks talk, Knicks at night talk, man. Talking about the Knicks, recapping from the week before what happened, and also looking ahead. Like I said, we're looking ahead to this 5-game trip coming up starting tonight at home against Miami. We're actually playing right now. You know what I'm saying? And after Miami, we got San Antonio, Charlotte on the road, Then we come home for the Wizards and the Dallas Mavericks. So that'll be the next 5 games on the schedule for the Knicks, games that the Knicks can win. Hopefully the Knicks should win these games, man. So we'll be right back there, man. But thank you guys for tapping in, man. Until then, I'll see you guys, like I said, Wednesday at 8 o'clock, man. Thank you guys for tapping in. I'm about to go check out this Knicks and the Heat game tonight from the Garden. Like I said, Knicks got to get this dub. Definitely got to get this dub tonight, man. Get back on a winning track, man. And like I said, make sure you guys tap back in here, man. Every Monday night at 7 o'clock, man, for Knicks at Night talk, man. Make sure you come here and get your Knicks fix on, man. Talk Knicks basketball, vent your frustrations, in the chat. Or like I said, I'll drop the link. You can come on here and talk your talk, man. All right. Till next time, man. I'll see you guys. Peace.
Who's got the rocket launcher? I say we blow it up. Now fire that thing.
It's for the city of sports, playing with a giant Nick. With my man S. God.
That's him.
You feel the vibe?
That's me.
We going live.
That's us.
That like button shared, you been subscribed.
Stadium.
That MetLife, Big Blue, home of the Braves.
Yeah.
That turnpike you can see, that's where the game's played. NFL one day, then it's the NBA. Madison Square Garden, that's where the Knicks play. This that NY Logan, North don't get broken. Legalized mean this shit smoking. I'm on topic, dropping another episode. The game winner, trade, maybe a field goal. Everybody right now doing the wave. You tune in, the show called TheMan-Cave. I see the chat, they always doing their thing. Big views, 85 inch screen. The game's on, you rush and bleed. Stay calm, you on the road and chill. Do the watch along. The show's on, the host, you know it's S-God. It's no telling, the panel filled with guest stars. You now rocking with the voice, you know what it is. It's your boy J Boogie. You now rocking with my man S-God. I support him to the fullest, you heard? My man Mike Blaze. This is Alter Productions. What that mean, we about to alter everything that's playing. Tune in. My man S-God G.O.D. Support the show. Subscribe, share it. Most importantly, hit that like button.